Hey guys, if you're watching this video, congratulations and thanks for joining me. What I'm aiming to do is just to give you a simple rundown of how we get people from a background of regular gym or just being generally fit or maybe doing some F45 into that transitional phase to doing CrossFit. And also want to answer just some of the questions that you guys have. So if you have any questions and you want to flick us back an email, I'll be happy to answer them myself personally. Now, if you're keen to get started with CrossFit, there's a couple of things that you need to keep in mind. One, any training that you've done, and there's no prerequisite, you can come in completely unfit and unhealthy. That's totally fine, and we'll help you to make the most of your journey here. But if you come in with any kind of background at all, whether it's you've done a few push-ups in your backyard and squats, whether you've been on the soccer team for a number of years, whether you've played netball, whether you've done F45 or some boot camps or some personal training, all of that stuff is going to go a long way into helping you to have certain strengths. And with that, you'll also have certain weaknesses. My background was tennis, so I was quite explosive. My agility was quite good. My ability to jump and be fast. But what wasn't as good was my long distance capacity, and I became quite stiff. So I had to work a lot on flexibility and endurance to help me to become a better athlete. Now, for you guys getting started, just know that you're gonna have strengths and you're gonna have weaknesses. Also, a lot of the movements in CrossFit, they might not be movements that you've got familiarity with. Things like clean and jerk and snatch from weightlifting are quite technical movements, and they tend to take 10, 12 years for people to actually master. What we want to do is we want to make sure that you can do them safely so that you can then utilize them in class. Now, we also have gymnastics movements which help a lot with body awareness, muscle control, and increased bone density and muscle tone. So we want to check in on things like handstands and ring dips and push-ups and things like hanging off a bar. Can you activate your shoulders properly and move through some pull-ups and different movements that will lend themselves well to you joining a class in CrossFit. So we have a couple of different approaches to getting you guys started, but one of the best things that you can do is show some interest. So just let us know that you're keen to get started. With that, we'll give you a phone call and have a bit of a chat. Now during this chat, we want to know why you want to start with CrossFit. What's exciting about CrossFit to you? What are you looking to achieve? Maybe some things that you're unhappy with or frustrated about, whether it's in your diet or in your body or how you feel. Maybe you want to achieve a certain level of prowess in your sport and you want to use a general strength and conditioning program like CrossFit to increase your capacity to perform. And that's very common as well. Things like using CrossFit for pre-season to make a good, strong body that can last the entire season. CrossFit is being used with kickboxers, boxers, footy players, lacrosse, hockey players. It's been fantastic for our triathletes, and it's lending itself really well to all sports. And I think it would have been a fantastic complement to me as a tennis player as well, particularly because tennis is a one-sided sport. So it's unilateral, you use one arm, not the other. Anyway, show us some interest, get involved. We would love to get to know you a little bit better, and that way we can see what the right approach is for you. We have some fantastic coaches. You can stalk us on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. We have so much content out there, and you'll get a really good feel about the vibe in our gym. You know, one thing that we really know is that if you're having fun and you're in an environment like this where the coaches are educated and the athletes care about each other, that you're gonna thrive. So all we wanna do is make sure that you've got an attitude of fun, that this place is some place that you wanna come to, and we know that you're gonna get results. And you're gonna have the education and the confidence you need to move forward and make some great gains. So I'm Trico, it's been a pleasure to chat, and I look forward to hearing from you.